Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be setting up the week of November 29th in my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to be setting up the very first week ever in my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I've never actually used a Hobonichi Weeks in this fashion, so it's definitely going to be interesting. I will be using this from December through 2022. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check out my video where I show you where I did some of the setup, but we are going to do some setup together here for the week specifically. And I don't know if I'm going to want to take this out every single time. Again, I haven't used this much, but for the purposes of this video, we will. I do have a stencil that I got from my friend Christy Marie Designs. Definitely go and check her out. I just got these deco stickers from my friend Andy. Both of their channels will be linked below, so definitely check them out as well. And we're gonna go straight to the weekly section here. As I mentioned in my 2022 setup video, as of right now, I'm going to be using this. I realized when I was editing the sparkle is insane for you guys, but they do say weekly journal trackers, different things on here for me to be able to see. I did just order something where it should be clearer to see. I like the idea of this, I still do, but the little sparkly thing is just, as much as I like sparkle, it's just a little too much, but that's not anticipated to come in until like the middle of December. Now, the reason why I have these two stickers is because this is going to be minimal by way of supplies, but I do plan on putting one of those two stickers on here. I mentioned this and I will continue to mention that I want to keep this as thin as possible, and so I will be using minimal stickers. Actually, I hadn't intended to use any stickers at all, but I just got that. They're just too cute, but otherwise, mostly they're going to be pen only. This was the tester that I did in my old Hobonichi, and this is going to be the layout that we're going to be doing. And so I'm going to map out this side because this is mostly for work and this is just for fun. I only work Monday through Friday, so I'll show you how I'm going to deal with that. So let's just get started. Now, I'm not going to add any sticker kits. I know people do. To cover the dates up and whatnot. I can see exactly what the dates are, so I'm not going to be bothered by that. I did pull out some twin tones and some Tombos. This 772 Tombow is my favorite color of Tombow, but I think I'll use this down this way, but some of the highlights, I think I'll use this lighter pink, like up here. I'm going to highlight that, and I put this down first just so that it'll dry, and then with the Tombow I'll come down. I'm not going to be too precious about it being fully accurate or fully filled in because I will square it up a little with some pen after the fact, and because I don't want that to smear, I do like putting the color down first. And those two colors work really well together. Once I build my lines, and we'll be doing that in just a second, then I'll do some highlight there as well. And then down here. And I'm just trying to be conscientious because I do want to let this dry. So it's November 29th through December 5th, 2021. Okay, that looks like it was a waste, but again, there are things that I do to make that stand out. We were not going to worry about that page, and I do like this to be bolder, so I'm going to take I'm going to take this one, the pink, this one here, the twin tone will definitely stand out more. I want to see the lines, but I don't necessarily need them to be super in your face. So let's see how this works. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And so if you've ever seen any of my Stology videos, I like to mark off Monday through Friday because that's my work schedule. Because I don't work Saturday or Sunday, I'm still going to use these boxes, but not for what they generally would be used for. Then I'm going to go down the dots here, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a way to segment this into 3 sections. So you could actually have a vertical, even though this is a horizontal layout. And so I'm going to make a line down the first 5 boxes with that 3rd one, because that's going to mean something to me. But I'm not going to do it for Saturday or Sunday because what this means to me does not apply to those 2 days. And then I'm going to come over to grid spaces and then make that there. So it's faint, but it's definitely more visible, I guess, than if it were just like that. Well, that actually seems pretty dark. I'm going to square this up by doing lines. I like using this thing because of the size. And this as well. Okay. So I'm going to use that light color again and come down, because again, this box means something. And then I'm going to use this one and put something at the bottom, because this means something as well. And I'm going to let that dry, and we're going to do some setup on this side. This is a stencil that I purchased from Christy Marie Designs, and I've been using this for quite some time now, and I don't feel a need to stop. This is going to mean something as well. I'm just going to line it up with the grid. I am not someone who needs perfection, so if it doesn't line up perfectly, I'm fine with that. And then let's mark out some things. And we're going to tie these 2 pages together. So let's just use this darker one. So that's going to be my quote of the week. This is my reminder section. There's some space down here. So this will be 1 or 2 sentences as the standout for the week. I don't want to have to move this just yet, so I'm going to be conscious where this ends and then put my little tracker above it. For my reminder list, I actually don't need that many, so that's going to be fine. Okay. And it's clear, so I can see the little mark that I just made. I'm kind of centering it to that there. And I'm gonna just go in and make some of that, but not move it, because I want to do an outline. Well, clearly not well. And then this is if it was a bad week, and this is if it were a good week. And then I would just mark out, probably with black, because usually I'm writing in this with a black pen. Okay, so we can put our sticker right here. We'll see about that. And over here, what I did in this tester page was I did look at greatexpectations.org. They do have a word of the week, and so I'm going to look that up and I'm going to write that down. Okay, so the word of the week from greatexpectations.org for this specific week was imminent, and that is an adjective. It means about to happen or coming soon. And then I looked up on the definitions.com what kind of word it was, and it is an adjective. And then this is phonetically how you say it. That is the backwards E, imminent. That's just how it was, and so I like seeing that, so I put that down. This is the quote of the week. And I definitely lean more towards snarky, sassy than I do inspirational. These are my reminders. And that's actually for next week. This is my standout for the week. This is what I actually ate for lunch. I do work all of next week, no holidays or vacation days. Up here, I'll look online to see what the cafeteria is offering for breakfast and for lunch. This is cafeteria lunch. And this is completed tasks. So for work, I don't pre-plan anything. I actually just will come in here on a daily basis and write down what it is that I have done. You may not think that there's a lot of spaces, but because I can write small and read small, I can actually, in my mind, break this down into 2 columns, so that's not a problem. And then these here, because I don't work on these days, this is going to be my thoughts into the week. And then my thoughts out. And because this is my everyday Cary, that could be my thoughts in how I'm feeling personally, professionally. Usually it's a combination of the two, and that just gives me a little bit of journaling space specific to this week. I do have space back here where I will be journaling as the mood fits me or as the mood strikes me, but usually the journaling that's back here is more about happy or just good things that I want to remember throughout a day, but I don't know that I'll be doing journaling on a daily basis. Again, I only want to put one. I don't want to get into the habit of putting down stickers because of the thickness issue, but I think that one, she's putting on lipstick. I really like her. Let me think about that for a bit, and I'll do some tracing here. Okay, so that's why I like to highlight down here or use a highlight or a Tombow, because then I always go back and just trace over it. That stands out enough for me because I can see the days, but this just helps me see what the week was. And then this column here is just sort of a bird's eye for me to see if I'm working from home or in the office. I believe December is going to be the final week that we're going to be able to telework, at least as of right now. And so come January, this bar might just disappear. Now I did leave some space just in case there are some meetings that I need to be aware of, although all of this information is also on our office digital calendar. And then this I'll probably fill in Monday morning. And now it's time to make a decision about the sticker. And just because that one's a little bit taller, I think I'm going to go for that one. Again, for most, well, I don't want to say for most. I will probably switch between using a sticker and then just adding some of my own doodles in. But if I do use a sticker, it's more than likely going to be one of these washi types because they are so thin, they don't leave a lot of bulk. And I think that looks really sweet. And that's it. Now for these videos, I plan to do one of these on a weekly basis. This page is what's going to be able to switch out unless there's holidays or whatever, but otherwise this page will be just some sort of iteration of this. And then when I do this for next week, I'll show you this one filled in. We'll set up the new week, and then we'll end the video with the videos of what I've eaten for lunch, because it makes me feel like a Korean vlogger. These will not be highly edited. They will be real time, and I won't be doing those voiceovers because I don't like doing voiceovers. But yeah, I'm hoping this was helpful to you guys, or at the very least entertaining. I know it's super minimal. We've got one sticker on the page, and even that one gave me, you know, not problems, but I really had a hard decision choosing which one. But this is how I plan to attack this section of my planner. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. And as always, aloha.